Welcome to Pride Against Prejudice, a Shadowrun 4th edition actual play podcast.
Hi, I'm Simon and I'm playing Huggy Bear.
Hi, I'm Al and I'll be playing Maverick.
Hi, I'm Jack and I play Toyga.
Hi, I'm Michael and I'll be playing Sunshine.
And my name is Rhydian, I am the GM. If you would like any bonus content, a link to our living campaign map can be found in the show notes, along with a link to our Discord where you can get occasional bonus episodes, and if you'd like to add locations to the map or just ask us questions, you're welcome to join us there. If you stick about for a few seconds at the end of the episode, we also have a question for you as well. The following content may contain themes and materials not suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Before we dive into the episode, here's some pay data on another one of the Shadowrun podcasts out there for you to listen to.
You ever wanted to play Shadowrun? You know, the cyberpunk tabletop game where man meets magic and machine. It's too hard though, right? Too crunchy? Too clunky? It's a lot of math. Wrong! Pink Fohawk is a Shadowrun 2nd edition actual play podcast, played by the rules, but fast and loose, with all the 80s cyberpunk edginess you know and love, where the hair is big and the explosions are bigger. Follow the story of two rad Shadowrunners, making a name for themselves in the mean streets of 2053 Seattle. Tina Bonemeal, 9.5 feet of pure troll muscle, surveillance expert, and aspiring actress. John Anderson, former company man, with a resume shrouded in mystery and a black belt Nikito. Check out Pink Fohawk Podcast, available everywhere you listen to podcasts.
The team travel to Maine and begin to scout their target. Let's hope the locals are friendly. It's been a couple of weeks since we played. It's currently the 24th of September 2072. You're stood in the yard at Giuseppe's outside what I think you guys had started calling the Gotterdammerung, the big semi that he'd given you with some big guns on it. There's a light drizzle of acid rain rolling in. Where are we going from here, folks?
Well, we have the van. Are the goods loaded onto the van already?
Giuseppe nods and says, I'll be here in about half an hour. We'll get it loaded on. Then you can, if you want to go now, you can go now. Well, in half an hour. Or if you want to go in a day or two, it ain't on a tight time scale,
What sort of time of day is it?
Late evening. I'd say it's probably getting on for like 7, 8 o'clock in the evening at this point.
I have some adjustments I need to make to one of the vehicles that will be joining us in the convoy, so I'll need at least this evening to get that fixed up.
Alright, as I say, this ain't on a tight time scale. Take the time you need, eh?
Will do.
We should probably leave. So we either get out of New York before rush hour tomorrow, or we should leave after rush hour tomorrow.
Let's leave after rush hour tomorrow, because trying to get the front end of the van fixed in that shorter time is going to be not easy. I'd rather have a little bit more time than I need than less.
That's fair.
Sorry, I was just flicking through my notes from last time and I should have said this right at the start and I completely forgot. I was going to ask about learning either physical barrier or mana barrier. So I could get the book for that and then read it on the drive up, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Should we say that the conversation you had with with Pion, he was able to get a digital spell formula for you and was able to email that over to you. So just, pay your new yen and you can drop your karma and learn it on the drive up.
Okay, I'll go and figure out exactly how much all that costs and then...
I'll say that you won't have it until... Actually, we'll do some rolls for it once we get to the drive up there and work out if you have learned it by then, because it might be relevant. Is there anything else that you folks need to do before you head on up to Maine? I believe you wanted to have a conversation with your landlady, Toiga, about getting a bigger place when you get back. So a quick phone call, she just arranges that for you. As I say, we'll sort out your lifestyle stuff later on.
I'm wanting to get the Hermes and fixing the dents in the front.
Yeah. Again, you've had plenty of time for this already, so I'm not wanting to do rolls for it.
Yeah.
Just whatever cash it's going to cost, just spend the cash.
I think I already took that off, because I have it noted down how much it would cost.
Right, absolutely fine.
So yeah, just getting like a chemical toilet and a shower and basic sleeping stuff all installed into the Hermes.
Yep, and the big rig comes with that anyway.
Yeah. But I don't know how long we're going to be up here. I don't know. And, it'll be a lot easier if we have somewhere to bunk down, which isn't trying to find a hotel in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, Maine.
Yeah. Cool. So with that in mind, do we want to fast forward to tomorrow and you guys start your drive?
I think we're as ready as we're going to be.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm good for this.
Next day rolls around, you set off after rush hour. Traffic's still bad in New York because, it's New York. It's just how things are. Oh, God. As you're getting out to Route 87 to leave the Bronx, there's two people that have crashed in the middle of the road and are having a screaming argument. And it takes a while to get out, but you do eventually get out.
God, just turn on your grid guide if you're going to drive that badly.
You're driving up through Yonkers, which is an amazing place name. Always makes me laugh whenever I see it on the map. You get up
Does
through...
it take forever to get through?
Oh, yeah.
Yonks.
Yonks.
That's the joke.
You drive through a little bit of upstate New York into Connecticut. Sunshine, this is weird. The longer the drive goes on, the weirder it gets. Especially once you get past Boston. What's all this green shit?
Where are all the fragging buildings, you guys? Like, how does anyone live out here?
This feels kind of nostalgic. This feels a little bit like home.
What's this what Germany looks like?
Like this, but a lot more forest and smaller. It's like there's a lot more space here. That kind of is freaking me out a little bit.
It's weird seeing this and not being in like a plush leather seat and just sort of being in the van. I'm used to driving past this either on a safari or similar, if that makes sense.
You were born in a plush leather suit, Toiga.
It was medicalized rubber, actually, in the family's medical wing of the mansion.
The medical wing of the mansion.
Yeah, we had a medical wing. Where else do you keep your family doctor?
You do have a few other slightly strange moments on the drive up where Toiga encounters truck stop toilets for the first time and the abject horror that this entails.
Look, at least they are built for your meta type.
Yeah. The danger of the porcelain cracking is not non-existent.
This is why I had chemical toilets installed in the Hermes.
Yeah, totally reasonable. Yeah, you do have a tiny bit of trouble with a couple of go gangs, but as soon as you pop off the machine gun and fire a few warning shots, it's just like 5 or 6 people on motorbikes with baseball bats and chains, and you get the sense they're going to go after something that's easy, but they kind of take one look at this and go, no, too rich for our blood, fuck that.
Let them know that we are not easy.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
I am.
And he eventually pull into the address that Giuseppe gave you, which it's a truck stop on the edge of the town of Skowhegan, I don't know how you pronounce it, which is the next major town over from Cornville. And he gave you the name of a dude to meet up with, a bloke called Irvin Booker. He's a black dude, human, and he's about as country bumpkin as you could get by the standards of people from the Metroplex. This is just like, wow, have we just stepped into like an old trid or something? As he's wearing greasy overalls, there's trees all around. Sunshine, there's these really weird noises from the trees, this constant high-pitched cheeping noise.
What the frag is that? Are you guys hearing that?
Yeah, that's birds.
That is... Ooh, it's a tawny marsh warbler. You don't see them at this time of year very much.
That doesn't sound like...
That is not the real name of that bird, Tiger.
No, that's just one that I pulled directly out of my backside because I don't know American birds.
Yeah, as you roll in, you can see this guy stood outside a workshop. He's got a cigarette hanging out the corner of his mouth. He's cleaning his hands on an oily rag, watching you. He's filthy, absolutely covered in muck, and he's starting to walk over to the truck.
I'm assuming we've been giving a picture of what this guy looks like?
Yeah, you've been given a name, you've been given a photo and a location, and basically he's the guy who's receiving the goods.
Alright, that looks like our contact, I guess, guys. Do we...
I am not the talkie.
He has a mullet. He's either profoundly well-read anarcho-communist, or he's about to hate crime all of us.
Well, he can hate crime, try and hate crime as all he wants. We've got at least 3 light machine guns.
I like those odds. What was this chap's name again?
Irvin Booker.
Sorry, can I just take a moment to say, so we're meeting Booker about
a girl
and wiping away a debt. Thank you, I'm glad one person got that.
What's that a reference to?
BioShock Infinite. You play
Bring
the
us
character.
the girl and wipe away the debt.
I've not played that one, so that's why I didn't get it. It wasn't a deliberate reference. I'll take it though.
Yeah. Mr. Booker.
I have no idea what a Maine accent sounds like, so you don't get the voice for this guy. He nods at you and
Birds from
says,
beyond the stars.
"That's Boston."
It's next to Boston. It can't be that different.
Near to Boston as we are to fucking Birmingham.
Yeah, but you've got to, this is American distances. So, you drive 5 miles and you're still in the same fucking cornfield.
Hang on, this isn't the Midwest, dude. There aren't cornfields that big here. Forests, yes. Cornfields, no.
I don't know. I've not been to New England. I've just been to the Midwest, and it was nothing but corn. And it was all GMO. Signs on it saying, which company's corn it was. It was weird.
As technology farms. Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, he wanders over and he waits for you to get out the big rig. And I imagine there's that... Sunshine's not used to a vehicle this size, I imagine, so it's a bit precarious getting down. And he nods at you once you get down and says, "You the guys that Giuseppe sent?"
That would be us.
Alright. I'll deal with that container. I'll get you the one to take back, put on. How long? That'll take 2 days. I know you're probably going to be a bit longer. How long do you think it's likely to be?
Sunshine? No, sorry, Huggy?
I mean, this is your department, Tiger. We don't know yet.
Oh, I thought we were... Sorry, I was not paying full attention. I thought we were talking about distance.
No,
we're asking how long the job's going to take. And the answer to that is...
We don't know quite yet.
Alright. Trying to make more than a week. The local cops will start to take an interest if it takes too long.
If it takes more than a week, then we've done something very wrong.
Fair enough. Try not to let it blow back on me. You can drain the septic tank over there. Clean water's over there. Shops are in town. Locals, they're not great about outsiders, but as long as you don't do anything stupid, they'll be fine.
I assume that they take New Yen as much as anyone?
Yeah, most of it's Wuxing script, but they don't own me.
Right. We'll go pick up some supplies, and I give him a burner com number.
Yep.
Anything that you need from us, give me a yell.
Will do. We'll be able to organise changing out the containers pretty easily. That shouldn't be an issue.
Cool.
Shall we go and, drive past the front gate?
Well, we ask. It's not that far from here to Cornville. Shall we ask around a bit? See what the locals think of the place.
Sure.
That's not a terrible idea, honestly.
New plan, we rile up an angry mob of locals and burn the place down.
I mean, we could tell them we have heathen and unnatural technologies like comlinks and motor cars. That'd probably incense these pumpkins.
Tiger, we drove here in vehicles to this truck stop. I don't think that's going to rile the locals up.
Mav, if I'm not mistaken, I think Toiger was trying to make a joke. Badly, admittedly, but here we are.
Yeah, no, I was led to believe growing up that, beyond the grounds of the mansion, there were fishmen that sacrifice young women to dark gods, and that, the average reading age was about 4.
Well, I mean, I gather we're in the right part of the world for that.
You're not going to get fishmen this far from the coast.
Are they a thing you have in Germany?
I mean, fishmen are kind of just a thing.
Are they?
Since Surge and all.
I saw a mermaid in a zoo once.
Aren't they, incredibly aggressive?
Yeah, she threw a fish at me and bit one of the zookeepers. They had to close the zoo afterwards because they were bankrupt paying for the guy's cyber arm. And cyber leg when that went gangrenous and fell off. Also due to mermaid-related injuries.
On that slightly horrifying note, I'm going to abstract you asking around the town a little bit. Could I get an etiquette roll from those who are wanting to ask around the town?
Sure.
Can we do an assist?
I only have etiquette high society.
You have just plain etiquette, though. High society's a specialisation.
Oh, right, so I can just roll that.
Yeah.
Who wants to lead on this? I've got 5+. I've got 9 base.
I've got 4 or 6 if we can count this as street.
I have, I think, 2.
I would count this as street.
Very good.
So who's leading this?
Sunshine is leading this.
Okay.
Okay, so y'all roll your assists. Insert montage music.
I got 3 hits.
Okay, Huggy glitched the roll there. So I'm not going to count Huggy's 2 successes. Huggy delivers this long thing about, you need to ask them this, and this. But because it feels a little bit like home, the whole thing's in German and you just don't understand it.
Yeah, Huggy's just going off in German about, okay, so there's a lot of farming going on around here. You know, this is the kind of things they're going to be interested in. Pay attention to the weather. But the entire thing, she's kind of monologuing, mostly to herself, in German about farming techniques.
Even if you spoke German, it's Black Forest Troll dialect German. It's like somebody speaking Swiss German. Even the Germans would be going, "You fucking what, mate?"
At one point, a big rig hauling fresh vegetables pulls up, and it has cabbages in the back, and it's the particular strain of cabbage that Huggy's parents grew, and this causes much excitement.
How many hits did you get there, Tiger?
I got 1 hit.
Okay, so give me your etiquette roll with a +4 there, please, Sunshine.
+4 coming up. There's literally no reason for me to not pre-edge this. So...
Alright then, do it.
Coming up. Yeah, I'll take that. That's 10 hits.
Good lord.
Fucking hell. So, you guys head into town. Mav, you are kind of scoping out the local cops a little bit because, you were one. Or you almost were one.
I was one. I was a trainee. That counts.
And you're noticing these guys, definitely corporate. And you notice a couple of Wuxing logos, and you manage to get into sort of very surface level conversation with them. They seem to be okay with orcs. There don't seem to be many orcs here, but there are a few around. Toiga, you try to talk to a couple of people, but you get a lot of corporate speak back, and you can kind of just about follow, but you're out of practice with it, and you don't get very far, but you do get a little bit. Sunshine, on the other hand, you go into a cafe, and you end up sitting down at the next table over from this old man who, he's clearly one of those people who is actually kind of lonely and desperate for somebody to talk to, and you're new.
Yep. I also have the first impressions quality, so I tend to make a very good first impression on people, and people tend to tell me stuff that they maybe wouldn't tell other people.
And he's just talking, and...
Is Wuxing... They're a Japana Corps, aren't they?
They're a China Corp.
Oh, the China Corps. Okay.
They are the Chinese Megacorp.
Yeah, I've got 1 rank in speaking Chinese. I'm a natural linguist, so that's actually 3, but my Chinese isn't great.
I mean, he's speaking English rather than Chinese.
Yeah, I was just wondering if I could possibly swap into another language, but no, I think probably best to just stay in English.
Yeah, and he starts talking to you about, he even starts going to, the history of the town and stuff, and how, Wuxing own a lot of stuff here. What you're getting from him is this place is basically owned by Wuxing. Almost everything here is a Wuxing-owned business or serves Wuxing businesses. It's a company town. And you hear a bit about the school as well, particularly Cornville, not so much the town you're in at the moment, Skowhegan. I do not know how the hell you pronounce that, so apologies to anyone if I'm utterly butchering it.
Our one listener from Maine is incredibly mad.
Our one Maine listener is just offended beyond all belief.
We'll hear from them when the carrier pigeon arrives.
What you find out is, apart from everything being owned by Wuxing, is that a lot of the towns around here mostly get by on farming and hunting holidays if there isn't a corporate facility nearby. There is a pretty big Wuxing distribution centre here, like their equivalent of Amazon, that's serving the sort of surrounding areas. You didn't see any Wuxing trucks in the truck stop that you guys have parked up at.
Yeah, but they probably have their own ones if they're...
Yeah. And other than that, is there anything else that you want to know or ask about?
What's his opinion of the school? What's the local reputation of the school? What do people think happens there?
Largely, it's doing a good thing helping out these troubled young people. It's great for the town's economy. His cousin's grandson's brother's nephew or something works there as a...
Isn't this guy's cousin's grandson's brother also this guy's grandson?
There's several removals and a step in there, I don't know. The other thing, Sunshine, you're finding weird, really weird. The tallest building here that isn't like a clock tower or something is no more than 3 stories, and that's unusual for this town. There's too much sky. It's weird.
Yeah, and it's not all smoggy.
Yeah. Yeah, like, none of you have had to put a respirator on at all. In fact, you've got it slung around your neck because habit, but you're getting slightly odd looks because of it.
Oh, Sunshine, look, deer. I'm just like I'm guessing we're in like a wee coffee shop or something that back looks out onto wilderness, and it's just like a herd of deer grazing at the edge of the wood.
Sunshine's largely like keeping her thoughts to herself, but she's like seeing this. Yeah, like you might as well just be going, "Oh, look, Sunshine, unicorns!" Like,
I mean, there probably are unicorns around here.
We're in September, aren't we?
Back end of, yeah.
So there's no babies, but like the bucks will have very grand, very splendid horns at the moment.
It's cold and damp.
Hmm.
The weather is not utterly vile, but it's not exactly pleasant.
Sunshine is just, I don't know, perturbed by this whole thing. It's a bit like landing on the moon if you're a complete and utter child of the urban sprawl.
Yeah.
So it's too early for there to be any fawns kicking about, but like the male deer in the herd will have like very large, very grand, very splendid horns. So you might be thinking, oh, is that an actual unicorn? Like an actual, literal, magical creature?
I told you guys about how one of my exes didn't realise reindeer were real.
Yes, you have.
Brilliant.
Mythical creatures.
Italian had never, like, reindeer fly and pull Santa's sleigh. They are obviously not real.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then we're walking through the Edinburgh Christmas market, and then she goes, "Oh, Michael! Oh my god! Reindeer! I'm like, yeah, it's reindeer." I'm like, but it's reindeer. Like, yes.
Sunshine could be having this moment as well.
Toyger, with all the love in the world, the day before, she probably never even heard of these things. So, like,
I think he knows who Santa is, and that Santa's got reindeer.
yeah, because Santa's corporatizable. The corporations love Santa because, you know, they can make money off him. What sort of corporate holiday sales thing can you have off a fucking, like, oversized dog with prongs that eats trees?
Well, they do eat young trees. It's part of why you have to keep the population down. It's why hunting holidays are so popular around here. Because it keeps the numbers down and stops them eating baby trees so the forests can grow back.
Yeah, at this point, Sunshine, one of the deer gets shot.
Oh, it's just like home.
Ah, there we go.
Random violence on the street.
And Sunshine suddenly feels much more at home. Oh, yeah, it's...
Gunshot. Ah, yeah, that makes more sense.
It's New York hail.
Okay, yeah, I get it. That deer, I guess, was, like, went into the wrong turf.
Actually, I saw a cafe as we were going, a restaurant as we were walking here, that does venison burgers that say it's all locally sourced. So we could probably go and eat that deer in a few hours' time.
We won't be able to eat that deer today, so they'll age it first. You don't eat fresh venison.
I did not know that. That's so interesting.
No, you have to age it first.
I'd like to phone the contact that I picked up from Pion and see if she ever comes into town and see if she knows anything about... I can ask her, it's like, so, do you ever go near the school when you're prospecting?
Okay.
Do you know anything about it?
So you're giving her a ring, then?
Yep.
The phone rings for a few minutes, and then she picks up. Hemlock's phone. Who's this, please?
My name's Toyger. Pion put us in touch.
Oh, that dickhead.
Yes, the very dickhead. So I'm in Skowhegan, the place with the banana shop that doesn't sell bananas, weirdly.
The only large town for a very long way, yeah?
Yes, that one. I don't know, could I buy an hour of your time for a quick chinwag?
I mean, if you're paying me to sit down, yeah, fine. Come meet you for a couple of hundred. I hate going into town.
I mean, if you want to go have a picnic outside of town, we can, set ourselves up as a snack for the Piasme if you want.
I'm fine coming in. I'll text you an address. And your phone pings up with the name of a restaurant, a diner. And yeah, are you going to head over there now, or are you giving it a bit longer?
Super. Would anyone else like to come meet Ion's little friend who prowls the wilderness around the school?
I mean, I think I'm going to make sure that the drones have not taken any damage.
Fair enough.
Also, I'm not going to be particularly useful in any kind of talk, so I don't think you'll need me.
I want to hear more about this place. I'll come.
Fun. Sunshine?
Yeah, sure, I guess. But guys, are you... Is it just me, or is the Matrix reception around here just fragging terrible? Like, what gives?
Yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere. What were you expecting?
I don't know. I've never been here before.
Oh, yeah.
Look.
Sorry, I keep forgetting this is literally the first time you've not been in a Metroplex.
Yeah, Chummer, I grew up in Denver, spent, exactly no time outside the city boundaries, and then got packed up into a shipping crate and sent across to New York.
There are better ways to travel.
Apparently, yeah. So, I don't know, you tell me what's normal.
The fact that we're getting cell signal at all at this time of day is pretty good, honestly.
So you guys head over to the location that you were given. It's a diner. It's near the edge of town, opposite edge to the truck stop. And you go in, there's it's typical diner food. You get offered coffee a few times, and after a while, a pickup truck pulls into the gravel parking lot. And there's... Hang on. Is that a deer with wings in the pickup bed? Yep, that's a deer with wings in the pickup bed.
Pegadeer?
A Periton. They are a thing in Shadowrun.
Yeah, so in Greek mythology, they were deers with the wings of birds and the claws of birds that cast human shadows, and if they nested on the roof of a building, the city-state it was in was doomed to destruction.
Bad times.
There were loads of them in Atlantis.
Oopsie.
So what I'm hearing is anti-nesting spikes?
You need bloody big ones. But yeah, when you went into this place, there was a sign up outside the door saying, "Do not leave guns in vehicles. Please check them inside." If you ask anybody, apparently it was because of an incident with a bandit that got hold of an Ares predator and shot 3 people before it was put down.
What a bandit is, Sunshine.
I mean, you do live near Bloodroot Valley. That place is basically lousy with them.
Yeah, this other team of runners, my ex's friends, they had a pet one. They're very weird people.
You've seen it. When he turned up to help you out with Sally's security tags, Gren turned up with the bandit.
Oh, yes. I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah.
We have all met a bandit.
Out of the pickup, a dwarf gets out. She's clearly of Amerind descent, which here on the East Coast, after the Treaty of Denver, that's actually unusual. And pulls this rifle out the back of the van. And that thing is fucking huge. So if any of you have seen photos of the alligator, the sniper rifle that Ukrainians are using at the moment, with some of the female snipers that are using it, it's like that, but a dwarf carrying it. This thing is insanely big.
Good lord, that is a large rifle.
Yeah.
What is it with Eastern European women and terrifying snipers?
I don't know. It must be something in the water.
That's anti-tank rifle, isn't it?
Yes, it's designed for taking out armoured personnel carriers. So, yeah, this dwarf is walking into the diner and she's carrying this by the carrying handle, comes in, puts it down on the, gun check area, which... It's more of just a table and an honour system out here. Everybody owns a gun, so... It's a little bit like stealing a bicycle in Amsterdam. There's no bloody point. And she looks around. I'll assume that you sent her some details of who to look for. Heads over to your table, sits down, nods, and says, "So, you're the guy that Pion told me about. You as much trouble as he said?"
Hopefully not for you. Are you hemlock like the tree or hemlock like the plant?
GM question, there's a difference?
Nina miculatum is the poison hemlock. Hemlock trees are native to the US. They're like a kind of conifer.
Huh. I'm going to say hemlock, the poisonous plant, is the origin of her name. And she sits down, gets coffee, and says, "Right. So, what on earth are you doing up here? If your taller's legging, this patch is taken."
Yeah, no, I saw the gun you walked in with. I am not getting on your turf.
Good. So, why are you here?
Jailbreak. I'm sorry, I'm fixated. Where did you get a periton in this part of the world?
The woods?
Are you quite sure it's dead?
1, yes, the exit wound is the size of my head. 2, there's loads of the buggers in the wood.
How did they get here? They're Europe... getting distracted. Right, we're here doing a jailbreak.
They fly. Did you not see the big flaps on its back?
Getting distracted. Is it worth getting the pinions for Pion? No, it isn't. Right.
1,
Jailbreak.
they're mine. 2, you won't get very much for those. So, you're in a quiet part of the diner. There's nobody able to listen in. She says, "There's no jails around here. What are you babbling about?"
How much do you know about Cornwall?
That the guards are trigger happy and I don't go near it.
So the odds of you having a secret tunnel in and out through which we could extract an individual from there are 0?
I would say less than that.
Splendid.
And just because I'm a dwarf doesn't mean I do diggy hole, thank you very much.
I was not implying diggy hole.
Alright, you want to get in and out of Cornville. Where the frag do I factor into this?
You work the wilderness around it. I was going to ask if you knew anything about the school, any particular areas where the fences are leaky, where the guards don't go so often.
Look, tell you what, give me 1,000, I'll tell you what I know. If you need a guide, I'll do it for 2,000 a day.
I'll pay you for what you know now. I might get in touch about the second thing later if relevant.
Fair enough.
I'll just whack that off my sheet now.
Place itself, it's pretty big. They cut the forest back around it a ways. Through the scope, I mean, I was tracking something near there. That thing's electrified, got monofilament on the top of it. I wouldn't go into the grounds myself. They've got bargeists that are out at night.
This place is bizarrely well defended. Okay.
Yeah. Got, the brats of high-powered corporate assholes there. I don't want their progeny going missing. Can you imagine how embarrassing that would be?
Yes.
Yeah. Hence, the bargeists. Hence why I don't go there. Well, I'll occasionally go past it, but as long as I don't go outside the tree line, they'll leave me alone. It's also... most people won't go near the place, so it's actually pretty good hunting there, but there's definitely a couple of piasma. I have yet to get one of those that are around there. I will get one of them. But they've also... don't laugh at the name. There's also a pack of bogies in the area.
Of course there are.
What's a bogey out of character?
They're not massively well known in the Shadowrun universe.
Okay, in character. What's a bogey?
They're weird magic dogs with horns. There used to be a lot of wolves in this area, but they've started to push them out. If you're near them, you'll know. You can hear the howl for miles. It sounds weird as dreck.
The bar guests weren't bad enough.
They don't. The howl doesn't do the same thing as a barghest, but weird dreck happens around them. It's one of the reasons I don't bother hunting them. There's good money if you get those horns, but mags fall out of rifles, hunters trip on routes that shouldn't have been there, all sort of weird stuff. If you catch one on its own, not a big problem, but a pack of them, they'll hunt a metahuman.
Cheerful.
Okay, so other than the Hounds of the Baskervilles...
What?
No, that's the bar casks.
What on earth is a Baskerville?
Toiger, for a posh boy, you don't know that much literature.
Come on, that's Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, thank you, Mav.
No, Hemlock's the
Why
person
did
that...
Mav?
Because it's detective fiction.
Okay, yeah, that checks out, actually.
Neither of you struck me as readers. We're getting off topic. So sorry, the bogies live in the woods.
Yep, the dogs with the ridiculous names.
The bargests live on the grounds.
Yep. And the Piasma live wherever the frag they want.
Yes, because being Piasme. There is something else about those I will get back to you on. Can you tell us how many guards there are? Could you show me a patrol pattern?
I only really see the ones around the perimeter. They stay inside the fence.
Okay.
They're not really, from what I can see, they're not really trying to keep people out so much as trying to keep people in.
Which would track.
As I say, I go over there every once in a while. Usually I'm tracking something or I'm looking for something. It's not worth my time to go anywhere near them. It's not worth the time in aggro, you know?
So, you said they cut the forest back. Have they done anything else? Is there barbed wire? Are there pits? Are there...
I mentioned the fence around
Razor wire and electrified, yes.
Yeah, monofilament wire, electrified. Bad news. Don't lick it.
No.
Tiger, don't lick it.
I was hoping just melt through it, but anyway. There's no pits, there's no naga, there's no trained behemoths, there's no... I don't know, teenage great dragons on their first Sunday job.
Not that I know of.
Good. Have you ever seen the front entrance?
Yeah, I've driven past it. Yeah, I think pretty much everyone in town's driven past it at some point or other.
Yeah, we'll be seeing it ourselves eventually. Okay, inside the fence, does the lawn go all the way up, or is there a second fence, or is there...
Yeah, it's just the one fence all the way round. Tall enough that a troll would have to do some climbing to get over it.
The bargests, are they active? Is there a guard with a bargest at all times, or do they only come out at night?
They only put them out at night.
On their own?
Well, you're not going to hang around one of those things if it starts howling.
True, fair enough.
They've probably got other people in the grounds, but as I say, I don't get close.
Understandable.
Do they have guard towers? Do you know if there are turrets?
There's no towers. Turrets? I've not really seen any. I mean, there might be further in, but beyond the perimeter, not really an issue for me, you know?
Yep.
Anything else anyone can think of?
I got nothing else.
Not really. Touch insulted that you think I can't read.
I think you can read. You didn't strike me as a literary, like, sort of person to curl up with a book.
Used to be in a previous job, I had a lot of free time, okay? And nowhere to go.
I don't know, you strike me more as like a podcast type person, or telenovela, or art, maybe? Yeah, no, I get an art vibe off you. You seem like you would make things.
Does the telenovela comment just bring back flashbacks of the previous relationship?
Yeah, Sunshine's eyes, like, briefly flash.
Or should I say, relationship?
Situationship, yes.
I may well get back to you on a guide if going in via the woods becomes a viable option, but in the meantime, you've been tremendously helpful. Thank you.
Fair enough. And hey, this has been worth my time. If you're going to call me, please don't call me tomorrow. I'm going to be out in the woods. I probably won't have signal, and my phone will be on, will be off, frankly, because I have other things I need to do.
Can we leave you a message to pick up if needs be? And you just get back to us whenever?
Yeah, that's fine. As I say, I'm just letting you know in advance if I don't pick up, that's why.
Cool.
Thank you. Do your best not to get eaten. Completely unrelated note. Ryan asked me for a Piasma's gallbladder. I know that is completely out of left field, but if you have any chunks of Piasma you're not using, I will happily buy them from you.
Don't exactly keep them in the freezer. They're, well, not for more than a few days before I sell them on, you know?
No, I completely get it.
Pion is far from my only customer, and I'll be quite honest with you, he's kind of far down the list.
He's also... I know I'm not the most reasonable person when it comes to demands, but, you know, hey, while you're up there, bring me back the gallbladder of a hyper-carnivore, just if you bump into one.
I mean, if you bump into one, someone's not walking away from that, and it might as well be the Piasma.
True. Although, if I'm bumping into it, I'd rather bump into it with a semi-truck full of grenades and a second Piasma.
That'd be fun to watch. I still wouldn't. Right, I've got stuff to do. I've got a Periton to skin.
Oh, we know how it is. Places to be, people to do, species to drive to extinction.
Oh no! I only take what I need, and I'll be honest. Those things, Periton, they're actually kind of a pest at this point. They're causing problems all up and down the forest. They're trying to rewild chunks of it, which, hey, I'm in favour of, but they just eat the saplings. It's a complete nightmare.
I mean, if they've come over from Europe, they would be an invasive species, so yeah, that kind of checks out.
The eating of saplings is one problem. There was an issue in, what's it called? Macedonia, where Periton just swooped down and carried off a toddler, which is a thing they will apparently do.
Fair enough. Well, I can't say that I've ever gotten close enough to a live one for that to be an issue.
Yeah, no. Whoever decided to release a herd of those fucking things is awaited in hell.
Oh, no, they just came back with the awakening.
Oh, delightful.
Magic appeared. Angry bird deer came with it, apparently. You buy one, get one free.
Still, it's not all bad news. You solve by means of volcanic eruption centuries.
Her eyes go wide and she's making the cutting gesture across her throat, looking around the diner.
Good point.
She just gives you a look of fucking don't.
Yeah, no. Good point. You can see why Pion tolerates me at best. Right, we'll be in touch tomorrow, if not later.
The rest of the team unclenches.
Everyone's sphincter relaxes slightly, but not too much. It isn't like that scene in the diner in Pulp Fiction. So you're doing a drive-by of this place? Not that kind of drive-by.
We are driving past this place, yes.
You're not driving past this place with all LMGs lit up like Christmas trees.
Later.
Did you make any friends while we were away?
No? Did you think I was going to make friends?
I don't know. We left you unattended at a garage. I thought you might, I don't know, talk shop with someone and end up...
Oh my god, it's so cute when the posh boy tries to pretend like he's one of us.
I mean, the last time the three of us went off and left you unattended, we came back and you'd befriended an entire squadron of warehouse people.
That was what I was explicitly told to distract them.
Weren't you invited to the christening of one of their kids?
Well, they're dead now, so no.
Fucking hell.
That got suddenly dark.
It did, didn't it?
They were very exploded. So I'm reasonably sure that christening invitation is no longer valid.
You might be right there, Huggy.
But she might be wrong.
You guys pile into the van, or one of the vans, and take a little drive. And this is, from Sunshine's perspective, this is just disconcerting. There's weird noises, there's no buildings, there's too much sky, and why is everything green?
Yeah, I'm really out of my element. Like,
Oh, and the Matrix signal is shit.
yeah, can't even check my me feed.
Yeah.
Sunshine's very much one of these people who has just like an absolute, just inbuilt urban survival instinct. Can find a way around like any bit of urban sprawl. Out here, it's like she's on the fragging moon.
Yep, it's like Sam Vimes in The Fifth Element. But elephant.
Although
I was going to say,
I would pay to watch that.
I would watch the shit out of that. Oh god, what's Ruby Rod introducing Sam Vimes? Wow. That would be amazing.
Yes. Oh.
But yeah, you guys take a drive out. Roads are pretty quiet, and you do eventually drive past the place. I have just put a map on our Discord so that you can see. I'll say that Sunshine can just get a couple of shots of the place from the Sixth World equivalent of Google Earth. The place itself, it's on a main road. There's monofilament electrified fence along the front. There's a road turning in with... There's like a traffic island with one of those guard huts with the barriers.
yep.
And you can see a couple of guards sat in it as you drive by the place. And there's a lot of buildings. You do see a couple of guards walking the grounds. They're in whooshing security uniforms. They've got guns. It's to be expected. And
Big guns, small guns, medium-sized guns.
some as big as your head. Most of these guards seem to have submachine guns with, and you've got like zoom on your sight, on your glasses or contacts, haven't you, Mav? So,
I know I have old-fashioned binoculars, but they can't see me through the car, so I use them.
Fair enough. Most of them have got submachine guns with sidearms. Some of them seem to have long rifles. Looks like hunting rifles.
Probably, in case the locals get restless.
Indeed.
The large, angry locals, not the metahumans.
Or the bar guests get restless.
That too.
Or, any of the denizens try and do a runner.
On the subject of Piasma, I saw recently a photo of like a collage of bear's ears, just with, if not for petting, why is friend shaped?
Better call the hearse now, because I'm going to die petting that thing.
Yeah, I mean, try that with a Piasma. Good luck.
Do not try that with a Piasma. They are not friends.
But why friend shape?
They are not friend-shaped. Piasma are less friend-shaped than Huggy.
He's friend-shaped.
Huggy's lovely. You leave her alone. So is there any other information you're wanting to gain via the Mark 1 eyeballs?
Looking at that picture you just linked, I'm going to call it the southwest, the bottom left.
Yeah.
There's a track leading back towards the road from number 8 west. Can we see what that track is?
It just seems to be looping round from the buildings, going along the fence line up to the security area.
So is the fence line the black?
Yeah, I'm going to say that the fence line is the black line that runs around the outside.
What's the red line? Or is that not on our map?
The red line is if you're an inmate and you cross this, they'll fire.
That makes sense.
Can we see anyone moving around inside the grounds, or is it just a fence? You'd think that it planted, like, shield foliage or something.
There are some trees around the edge of the place. You're getting the sense this place relies a lot on just the isolation. It really is, particularly by Sixth World standards, middle of nowhere.
How far is this place from Skowhegan?
A few miles, I'd say. It's about 4 kilometres.
Yeah, that'll do.
From the very edge of Skowhegan.
That's about an hour and a bit's walk. That's not actually that far. but it is full of bears and evil dogs that make you trip over roots.
Would you like to know a fun fact about bogies and possibly bargests? Sources disagree.
Oh.
They're allergic to horseradish.
Is that a genuine in-universe thing?
Yep, bogies have an allergy to horseradish and an allergy to wolfsbane.
Fair enough.
I think most things have an allergy to wolfsbane on account of its fucking wolfsbane.
I mean, humans have an allergy to it. It makes us very fucking unwell.
Well, no, it doesn't make you very, very unwell. It makes you very, very tired and then very, very dead.
Yeah, very unwell. So you've had a look at the place. You've got a potential guide to take you around the area. You found out a little bit more.
And none of it is good.
I think the only thing I'm left wondering is, do they have visitor days?
Does this really seem like that sort of place?
You asked the Corpo Brat about this before. It seemed, from what he remembered, it was just people turned up when they turned up. Remember, you're dealing with the parents of these people have insane amounts of money and are used to just saying, I want this to happen, have a large amount of money, it happens.
So, presumably, we could just turn up and demand visitation.
I mean, I have privileged family name. I can probably bandy that about for some clout.
What are your knowledge skills there, Toiga?
High society, spirits, magical theory, magical phenomena, art, wine tasting, fashion, police procedures.
Roll high society for me.
2 hits.
So with your memories of what you were told about Cornville and what you know about operating in this kind of world, it's probably going to be like immediate family, and if there's irregularities, they might well let you in, but they'll probably also check.
And while you're in, you're surrounded by their guards. But that might be enough.
I mean, if we just wanted to do the go loud smash and grab option, sure, but I thought we said we were going to try and do less murder on this run.
Smash and grab doesn't have to mean murder. We can focus on the grab rather than the smash.
Okay.
This is an option.
Yeah, I'd rather not go loud if possible. I don't trust these people not to try and use the inmates as human shields, and frankly, even if the guards aren't going to be lurking behind them, we know they have magicians who can meddle with people's heads in there.
The louder we go, the more likely we are to get our brain melted.
I mean, I've been flicking through this spell Pion sent me. As long as I can stand in between us and the wizard, I can probably stop what they're doing, but probably is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence.
Given that she is a more powerful wizard than you, I don't like that probably.
No. If we do have to deal with her, my plan is I will distract her by dying in the most extravagant way possible while you run up behind her and beat her to death with a spade.
While this conversation is going on, Sunshine, could you give me a quick matrix perception? Because the matrix round here is... it seems better than it was on the drive over.
You're joking. 8 dice, no hits.
What?
Yeah, that was shockingly chuff.
You could always edge this.
I don't
We're probably
know
not doing this today.
Okay, fine.
You think we should do this today?
I think we're probably not doing this today.
So, funnily enough, I pop a point of edge and just reroll. Good lord, 1 hit on 16 dice.
16 dice?
Well, it's enough. Despite it being abysmal, there's a host in the area.
Can I see what the host is called?
Yeah, it's the Cornville Reform School host.
Huh.
Exactly how evil is this host?
Well, she has no fragging idea on 1 hit. on 16 dice worth of 1 hit, she's got no fucking clue.
Oh. Guys, so we're close enough that I could get into the Cornville host if I wanted to.
Might as well have a look around.
Have a rummage.
If it's not going to trigger any alarms, we really don't want them to know we're coming. That will make all of this more difficult.
Having said that, if it does trigger alarms, Huggy, you have drones. She can't mind control drones. That just leaves the hundreds of armed guards and the magical creatures and the fuck knows what else.
Well, the nice thing about Barghest's magical abilities is that as long as I turn off the microphones in the drones, they don't affect me.
Huggy, you knew a magic thing.
I know that drones don't feel fear.
They know no pain. They know no fear.
As you say this, Huggy, Gretel just turns its camera upon you in terror.
I pat it gently on the muzzle and go, I'm just joking.
I now just have this mental image of Huggy sat on the ground with all of the drones just puddle mugging her.
Yeah, the drones cuddle around demanding to be read bedtime stories, but the bedtime stories are the user manual for a V8 engine.
It's like a puppy pile of drones. So if you all want to hack the host, Sunshine, you can certainly have a look at that. Would you like to do this quick and frag it, or slow and careful?
Slow and careful. We have all the time in the world right now, and we don't need alarm.
You're in a van right now. Mav, give me a quick police procedure roll at a...
If we stop on this highway, we're going to be obvious. Because that's horribly obvious.
You're picking up what I'm putting down. Excellent. You don't need to roll.
We could stop here, but as long as Mav gets out and sits on the roof with binoculars staring into the woods, we'd be mistaken for bird watchers.
With a rifle bigger than him.
We're not particularly stupid bird watchers, considering two of the birds we could be watching are rocks and thunderbirds.
How much is it to get a hunting license here?
You'd have to go into town to find out.
It's probably of a similar cost to most other licenses. So, like, rating times 100.
Well, this one's legal.
I'm going to look into that.
That's a good point. There is no pricing for legal licenses.
I'll work it out.
It's almost like this game is designed around its characters not legally existing.
I know, right?
As if we were perhaps running in the shadows.
I know. Or trotting in darkness. That would be such a bad game name.
Dark Trot.
Darkness Trot. Wait, what? Alright, so we'll come back to Sunshine in a couple of minutes. Huggy, if you go into town, they're actually surprisingly chill about trolls here. There's something to be said about a whooshing company town.
Honestly, of all of the cops that I've had to deal with, they've probably been one of the least awful ones.
I mean, Seda Krupp don't give a toss about metatype, they just want your Nuyen. But, yeah, I mean...
Same with the big A, weirdly.
Yeah, there's a few megacorps that are actually fairly meta-friendly. Evo are pretty good, Neonet aren't bad. I think most of the others are pretty bad. All of the Japanicorps are terrible.
Ares is mostly okay.
Yeah, they're better than the Japanicorps, we'll give them that.
They'd love to give off their mom and pop and apple pie imagery, but y'all don't see many metas in their adverts, do you?
You see them at least once a year, which is at Meta Pride, on Meta Pride Day. When they put out a big company thing that's like, we are very supportive of our meta-human colleagues and customers. Which is then very quickly taken down, and interestingly, they don't ever post that through any of their...
You never see it on the Kaz media channels.
All the ones in Japan, shockingly.
Yeah, Huggy, you wander into town. It's, as I said, pretty chill about the fact that you're a troll. You see a few orcs around. There's quite a lot of elves, quite a lot of dwarves by the standards of a town in the middle of nowhere. You do see one or two trolls, not many, but that's to be expected. They're such a low percentage of the population, and nobody You get a couple of looks, but you get the sense they're largely, I've not seen your face before, I know all the trolls in town, who are you? Tourist. Rather than, troll.
Yeah.
You drive through to a shop on the other end of the town called Bait, Bolts and Bullets, which has survived from the Fifth World.
Which is real.
Yeah, it's there on the Google Maps. I'm looking at it right now.
Yep. Noticed it earlier.
This episode not endorsed by Bait, Bolts and Bullets.
Although if you do want to drop us a sponsorship...
I won't bloody say no.
You and the banana shop can both sponsor us.
Selling out, or as I prefer to think of it, buying in.
This episode is sponsored by George's Banana Stand and Bait, Bolts and Bullets.
You go in, and there seems... an orc behind the counter, and he looks up as you come in and says, "There's a special on bait today. Buy 100 pack of bullets, get your bait for free. What can I do for you?"
Well, I've just recently arrived in the area, as you can probably guess from my accent.
Yeah, that's one I've not heard before. Huh.
South German, a lot of people, there's not a lot of us that come up this way.
You don't... I know it's a bit of a stereotype, sorry for that. You don't work for them, do you?
No, I don't.
Oh, thank God. Okay, carry on.
Do you think I would really be happily wandering around here if I did?
Yet. I mean, I don't. I own this place, this is mine, but shall we say that, most of the people around here, if you don't work for the big W, they tend to give you looks, and I just get asked questions, and it would be such a pain in the backside. Anyway, what can I do for you?
So, I've just arrived in the area. Obviously, I don't, I don't have a license to hunt in this area, and I was wondering, first of all, can I pick up a new rod? And do you know where I can apply to get a local hunting license?
I can do that for you. I can get you a fishing rod. I have no idea how much a fishing rod would be. A couple of hundred new yen, pulling something out my arse. It's nice and it's expensive, and it has all the fancy fishing doodads on it. My dad does fishing, I don't.
Yeah, I'll put down a couple of hundred new yen on the fishing rod.
Cool. So, what are you looking to hunt?
I'm nothing. I mean, I'm probably going to be going for, small game and game birds. I know that deer population around here is large, but I also know that the metacritter population around here isn't exactly friendly, so I'm not really going after anything big.
Yeah, fair. I mean, I can only sell a limited number of licenses on Piasma every year anyway, and most of those are gone, so they ain't cheap. But Periton, if you get a license for them, you're welcome to take as many as you want. They're an absolute pest. They're pushing out the deer population. I can do your license to take 5 deer. One of those can be a buck. We need to keep it in check, but not... Yeah, it's a whole thing.
I know how this works.
Yeah, small game. I mean, don't really mind that much. So, yeah, I can do your license for that for 500. We can tag on the Periton license for another 500. If you're looking for a license for anything bigger, that's going to be a bit more,
I probably won't. I'll just go for the Periton and the small game license, I think.
Yeah, no worries.
The Periton, if there are pests, then, I'll do what I can, but it's the local deer population, I'm going to leave that to you guys, if that's,
Absolutely fine. No problem with that. We'll need to attach this to your SYN. And are you looking for any ammo? Do you need a new gun or anything like that? We've got some very nice ones in the back. Got some really sweet Ruger 100s in a couple of weeks back.
You know what? I'm tempted, but I'm already getting the new rod, and I'm also paying for the licenses, and you know how the wife will get if I overspend on the holiday, so...
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I know how partners can get if you spend from the joint without telling them first. Oh, I was paying for that for quite a while. Let's sort that out for you. And yeah, he rings that up. What rating is your fake sin, please, Huggy?
Oh, I'm tempted to put this. No, I'll put this on the rating 6 sin.
He doesn't have enough dice, so you're fine.
I will add that to my licenses.
So you are now the proud owner of a hunting license for Skowhegan, Maine, and the general area. Kill as many ducks as you please, Huggy.
Hey, I've just realised, if you're a troll, you could, conceivably, reasonably use a punt gun.
Yeah.
Yes. They do, however, frown upon that, and also the license stipulates no automatic weapons. And no grenades.
So I have added hunting license for Skowhegan, Maine to my sin.
Cool.
That is the strangest license that any of us own.
Are you going to take advantage of it just for, funsies?
What?
I mean, if there's time, you could, I don't know.
Yes, but it's also an excuse to be wandering in the woods.
Oh, right.
For example, if I park up the van on the side of the road, and then the police come by and say, why you parked up on the side of the road, I show them my hunting license and go, I'm hunting.
I've been hunting before. Dad was going to take me one time, but then one of his friends said, young Cecil, how do you feel to be hunting the most dangerous game? And then I said I didn't know what the most dangerous game was, and they all looked at each other, and then I was sent home.
I'm reasonably certain that the most dangerous game is some sort of ghoul.
I thought it might have been wolverines.
While we are waiting, Huggy is going to look up the local fishing spots.
Yeah, there's quite a few. I'm not going to make you roll a matrix thing for this. There's Wesser Lake. I think that's how it's said. There's Smith Pond. I'm assuming you're wanting the one this side of Skowhegan. There's a creek near the school itself, Wesser Stream. There is also, on the other side of town, the amazingly named one that you found earlier, Huggy. Devil's Bog or something like that. So, if you want to go fishing, there's a variety of places to do it, and the water out here is actually pretty clean. There's actually a decent number of fish that don't have 3 eyes and hideous diseases.
Well, most of the fish that I'm going to be using this rod on are going to have 3 eyes and horrible diseases, because I'm going to be using it back home. But, you know what? Let's find us... If you guys are not busy, I might go and find a spot and, try fishing something which isn't a 7-eyed alligator.
It doesn't taste of mercury.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you wouldn't let me have any of that alligator's eyes. Why was your first assumption that I'd be using them for evil magic? Could have just as easily been doing something perfectly normal with them,
Stringing them on your abacus.
I don't have my abacus anymore. I had to use it to do magic with, and now it's gone,
And the world is a less weird place because of it.
That's a bad thing, the world being a less weird place.
Look, I'm sure there will be plenty more teeth to put on your build a new abacus with.
Yeah, but I won't have the clavicles to make them out of.
The world is full of clavicles, Toyga.
No, I'm not saying that. Don't say it, Huggy. He doesn't need to know.
I don't know that you need to say that, Huggy. I think he's already figured that out for himself. 2 per person and all that. How many billions of people on Earth nowadays?
Enough.
You say that, but he did seem to think that he couldn't rebuild the abacus, and we were this close.
Yeah, but I don't know, the teeth were donations and the clavicles were donations, and it had emotional value, and I'm kind of sad that I don't have it anymore. I mean, I'm happy with the results. I'm much more magical than I was before.
I can understand people donating teeth. How on earth do you get a donor clavicle?
4 donor clavicles. Person got a full set of cyber arms, and they couldn't graft them onto the pectoral girdle without replacing the clavicles. And when I asked him if he wanted them back, he said, no, who the fuck are you? How did you get in here? And then much the same thing happened again, except it was a woman this time who said, who the fuck are you? How did you get in here?
Quick question. A person has 2.
Uh-huh. And I had 4 to make the bones of my abacus.
So where'd the other 2 come from?
The second person.
And they were both okay with this?
I mean, they didn't stop me.
Unlike me with this conversation.
Where are you having this conversation?
In the van.
Probably in the van.
Cool. Where is the van?
The van is currently parked outside of Bait Bolts and Bullets.
We do have 2 vans. We're able to be in 2 places at the moment.
Yeah, actually, I've taken Randall's mother to Bait Bolt and Bullets.
So Sunshine is wanting to hack into this host, but you know you can't really hang about outside the place. So how are you going about this?
That's why we bought the hunting license, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that I can park the van somewhere near the school. And maybe go... yeah, you know what? I'll try out Devil's Bog, see what that's like for fishing.
Okay, so I'll say that this happens the next day. So we'll be on to the... So you drove up on the 25th. You've done stuff today on the 26th.
Did we do the whole trip in one day?
It's only about 7-hour drive.
7-hour drive in the real world. Does that translate to the 5th world?
We worked out that that's probably about 12 hours.
Yeah, 12-hour drive.
That's a long drive.
I mean, that's 7 hours according to Google Maps. So factor in piss breaks and all the rest of it. You're probably looking at about 12 hours anyway, depending on how long you want to stop at places, bad roads, go gangers, all the rest of it.
That wrong turn where he mistook a bear for a hillock.
So next day, Huggy says, "Nah, I'm going fishing. Screw you all." You guys drive out nearby, and are you parking far enough away that you're not going to attract attention then?
Yes, but close enough that we can access the matrix.
Cool. Sunshine, could you just roll your exploits? I'll tell you when to stop.
Righto.
Do you want to, check out this place before you hack it? See what you're up against?
What would that be to do that, Rid?
Analyze, and you will get 1 question about the host per hit.
Righto.
Try to roll better this time.
Good grief, 1 hit.
Alright, what's your question?
What does the security look like?
On the host?
Yep.
Are you asking me what the firewall is like, or what the ice is like, or something else? Can you narrow that down for me?
The ice, probably.
Okay, it's, from what you can tell, it seems to have rating 4 ice.
Ugh.
Okay, so not absolutely...
That's pretty hefty for the ratings of programs.
Yeah. Well, if I'm doing this, I'm doing this, you know? Okay, so yeah, I sit in the back of the van on my comlink looking like a, I don't know, bored daughter who doesn't want to be on mum's stupid fishing trip, Huggy. Right, so it was start rolling exploit.
Yeah.
3 hits on the first roll. Do you need me to roll stealth for each of these?
Nope, because you said you wanted to do this slow and careful earlier.
Cool. Another 3 hits are up to 6. Submit. Another 3 hits up to 9.
Before you carry on, are you going for a basic account, a security account, or an admin account? Because that will affect your target number. I should have asked earlier, sorry.
User account ain't gonna get me anything, so if I go for a security account, do I have to start over to go for an admin account? Or is it possible to upgrade one to the other?
I'm going to say you'd have to start over because you'd be hacking a different part of the security. You'd be working through, like you'd have to go through a different route to get that, and the same tricks might not work. So I'd say for that you'd need to start over.
At this point I might as well just go for broke, go for an admin account and leave a back door.
Okay.
So next analyze roll, 2 hits are up to 11, 3 hits are up to 14, 18.
Okay, could you roll your stealth for me? You've hit the target number.
Cool. Gonna go ahead and pre-edge that. Yeah, 7 hits on the stealth.
Alright, you are in absolutely fine. You managed to find in the IT department somebody has set something up so that they just use the same password but just change the number on the end of it, and they've got to post it with the base password on their monitor, and you manage to get access to a security camera through somebody fucked up somewhere. You get access to this security camera, you see that, and you see that there's one post-it with the first word of his password and there's another post-it with a number, and you just go, yep, that'll do it, and you get yourself in to an admin account.
Somebody didn't update the firmware on their security cameras. Come on.
And also they write passwords on post-it notes.
Yeah. I mean, that's a universal thing, but I mean, that security hole in that model of camera, that's been known about on the Matrix for like 8 months now. Come on. Amateur hour.
So, I've not done much in terms of designing the architecture of the host for this. So, what does the architecture of this place's host look like in the VR environment?
Think like Victorian schools, so it's all like rows of desks facing forwards. Any like programs going around have like pencil skirts and ridiculously tight hair buns.
Everyone's also got a smile that's a little bit too forced.
Yeah.
Oh god, I hate this host already.
And there's like posters up on the walls with like horrendous corporate slogans on them. Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel dirty just being in this host.
Alright, so you're into the host. What would you like to do now, Sunshine?
Good question. I pop the goggles off for a second and then ask the team. Right, guys, I'm in. What do we want? I'll leave myself a back door so I can get back in if we need to, but I mean, how do we want to go about this?
What can you find out about Alexandra?
Okay.
Yes. As much information on that as possible. And also, I'm still really into my visitor thing idea. Like, I know it's like unlikely to work, but if there's just a name and we show up to it, that, I don't know, it might help, maybe?
I mean, I might be able to fake a permit so that we could like get permission to come and visit, tie it to people's fake sins. GM, do I reckon from what we've found out so far, do I reckon that might work? Be able to like sneak in with digital permission?
If you had an appointment to come visit, then you might well be able to come visit, but you would need to look into it a bit more to know more about what's happening with it. You don't have many details at this stage, so you've not looked for much, so I'm not able to give you very much yet.
Can you find out what contractors they hire in? Because if they have regular garden maintenance or something that's off-site, we might be able to impersonate them.
Okay, that's a possibility. So,
if they have food deliveries, we might be able to impersonate them, something like that.
Give me a browse roll, please, Sunshine.
Sure. 4 hits.
So you start digging through the files, and it's pretty much all Wuxing. Everything here is done internally through Wuxing. The food is delivered from the Wuxing depot in town. All of the security staff are Wuxing. All of the cleaners are Wuxing. The fucking therapy dogs are employed by Wu Xing.
You have therapy dogs? You sure it's not therapy barges?
Sit down and be still. Howl, boy.
Mav, unless we want to go on like a whole other fragging run to like steal a Wu Xing van and uniforms.
Probably a bust.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a winner. Good idea though.
Patient information.
Yeah. So I open up a search window and put what was her full name? Alexandra
De Peralto.
De Peralto.
With multiples of names in the middle.
Actually, she's only got the one.
What?
Yeah, I told you she was not the favourite child. She's only got the one.
And you were the favourite child?
Okay, you know what? I just put an asterisk in as her middle name because that search field will just give me all the Alexandra de Peraltos.
Yeah, no worries. Also, Mav, Tiger is the textbook example of an only child.
Yeah, my parents just about tolerated each other long enough to conceive me, and then they each moved into separate wings of the mansion.
So, give me your browse roll to see if you can find Alexandra there, sunshine.
Sure.
So, 2 hits. You manage to find a bit of information on her. You actually find her room number. She's on floor 2. So, the British people, that's floor 1. Because we number it ground floor 1, 2, 3. Americans do 1, 2, 3. They don't have ground floor. So, first floor off the ground in the dormitory wing. And I will just ponk you onto that bit of the map because you can get that quite easily. So if you compare that with the big map I've given you, you'll be able to work out roughly where it is.
Cool.
Zoom out massively.
Yep, these are to scale. But yes, so you have her room number there, Sunshine. You do also manage to get hold of her patient file. Most of it has redacted all through it. There's not a lot of information on here. The main things you're getting are things like her timetable and stuff like that, which I will give to you now if you give me a few seconds.
Wow, an internal file that's got redacted all over it. That's not at all worrying.
Yeah, this place totally seems like it would do that.
What sort of information is redacted? Like, where are the gaps?
All over the place. Largely, they don't have details of... So it does mention the magical therapy sessions, but there's 0 details about what's actually going on in them.
And that's what we need to know.
Yeah, stuff like that. Just actual details about her treatment are pretty sparse, to be honest.
I'm guessing any drugs she's been given are redacted.
Not really. It's largely sedatives and antipsychotics and stuff like that.
That's a good sign.
There's also, in amongst the drugs that she's been given, a lot of them seem to be related to Novacoke withdrawal. Stuff like the kind of stuff you'd expect from a rehab centre, to be honest.
But the fact that she's still on antipsychotics and sedatives is good. Because it means they haven't completely, dronified her yet.
That's a fair point.
I've just put a copy of her timetable, in her daily timetable, in the run notes for you.
What have we got? 6 a.m. wake up. Good lord, we have to burn this place to the ground.
I agree.
That was me talking, not Mav. Mav would approve.
All inmates.
Does the timetable actually say inmates?
Yep.
The real version. Not the version Ryd has given us.
It says patients, but I think that might have been a Freudian slip when I was writing this.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting.
The condemned.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Oh, exercise before breakfast. Group mind. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Psychoeducational therapy. Yeah, that's the other thing. How do you break these spells that this woman's putting them under, apart from geeking the mage?
Geeking the mage might work.
Give me a quick magic theory there, please, Toiga.
5 hits, good heavens.
So, if it's a sustained spell, geeking the mage will do it. If it's a permanent spell, it'll do bugger all.
Yeah.
But permanent spells don't really describe what's going on here. Because, like, healing is a permanent spell. Like, you fix someone's wound and then they're healed. This has ongoing actives.
I think it's more a thing of it's reached in and it's rewired someone's brain a bit. And that is the thing that is now done.
Yeah, that could be permanent. But our stooge that we kidnapped had ongoing magical effects on him.
I think it's more that he had instructions glued into his brain by magic, and now those are just part of his psyche that he can't do anything about.
Yeah, because all it did was conk him out.
True.
Like, he has a subconscious thing where if someone tries to meddle with his brain, he switches off for a bit. One of the things I might have to do is try and get hold of this woman, because she's a wizard, she'll keep notes, and see if she's figured out a way of undoing this.
Can Sunshine try and find her notes?
I was going to say that, Sunshine, if you keep a copy of all the drugs that she's currently on, I don't... Nova Coke withdrawal is bad enough. I don't want her to go through withdrawal for, like, novel NSAIDs and...
You can quite easily get that, Sunshine.
I mean, I just copy... I mean, because since I'm looking at it, I just make a copy of it.
Yeah. I'm not going to make you roll for that. That's fairly simple. Is there anything else that you're wanting to look for in the host?
Can I find any notes from the head torturer, headmistress, whatever she's called?
Based on your browse roll earlier of 4 hits, when you were just doing a general search when you first got in here, doesn't seem to be anything like that on here. There's a lot of patient notes, very thin on the details of individual counselling sessions and things like that. The psychoeducational therapy, it largely seems to be talking therapy whilst doing like lessons and tasks and things like that, largely around like corporate certificate stuff and things like that. So they're kind of combining it. It's all a little bit once you actually start looking at it, but it's not. It's unpleasant, but not seriously insidious.
At this level.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the standards of what you know is going on, it's not insidious. By the standards of general life, it is.
Yeah, general standards and moral decency. Yeah.
So, looking at this timetable, I'm guessing that if we want to, smash and grab, one of his exercise sessions would probably be the best time for that. The inmates are running around the perimeter.
They'll come relatively close to the front perimeter. If we just smash the front fence, like pull up next to Alexandra, grab her,
Or melt a hole in it.
We're going to need her to be on board with this, because otherwise it's just going to look like some randoms are trying to, like,
kidnap her,
and she may freak out.
She might.
Yeah, I've not seen her in a few years.
Have you had a look around the spirit world?
Oh, astral surveillance. Yes, we need to do astral surveillance.
Yeah, no, that's not a thing I've done yet. My bad, guys.
I had completely forgotten that. I usually suggest that.
Yeah, no, I should have remembered that. Oops, sorry, everyone.
Oh, all good. Shall we, given that Matrix time is like milliseconds...
This has all taken a long time to do.
Well, it's taken a long time to get to here, but also, like, we're now into the this takes milliseconds bit, so shall we jump to Toiger doing stuff?
Could you give me an astral perception there, please, Toiger?
I could, and I would get 5 hits on that.
Lovely. So, looking around, there seem to be some watcher spirits. You can't see anybody who's magically active nearby, like within your line of sight. There don't seem to be any serious spirits that you can see at the moment. It's just some watchers going along the outer perimeter.
Right. You said I can't see any serious spirits. Is there anything like small hanging around? Because I know that this woman can hide what things really are.
Not that you're able to see, but there are watchers, which are small spirits.
What do watchers look like? What do these ones look like?
It depends on the mage that conjured them, because they're kind of much more reliant on the mage's psyche than other types of spirits. So
yeah, they're a bit of the wizard that summoned them.
Yeah, so these ones, it's actually a little bit of a variety. Based on previous experience and things like that, and also your knowledge from the corporate world, you're guessing that they probably get a couple of off-site astral mages to summon up their watcher spirits, give them instructions, they bugger off and do other things. And if the watcher goes, intruders, then they'll let someone know, whether it's the mage that summoned it, someone else. That'll depend on instructions.
And then the Smithers release the hounds moment happens.
Dogs,
presumably.
the bees with dogs in their... I was throwing around. The dogs, the bees in their mouth.
You can see, speaking of dogs, you do actually see a compound that's like a fenced off area away from everything else, like really far away, that has what look like dogs on the astral, but they have a magic signature.
So, found where the doggos are.
Side note, Mav, you're observing the place with the Mark 1 eyeball, whilst these...
Yep.
Actually, you're probably far enough away that you can't actually see the grounds, so you don't get the police called on you to come and have a look. But when you had a look yesterday, you would also have seen mundane dogs with their handlers going around the grounds as well.
Yeah, that's fair. Security dogs are a completely standard thing.
Don't do dogs. Don't suppose I'll be able to get close enough to see like the individual auras of any of the inmates. I can see like the bar just will be lighting up like Christmas trees because they're very magical.
Give me a magic theory.
3 hits.
So with your 3 hits there, Toiga, you reckon if you get too close, the watchers might get interested, and to get close enough to look at the inmates, you'd have to go fully astral and go inside the grounds. At the moment, they're so far away that all their auras are just kind of blurring. You can't really distinguish them that well.
Mm-hmm. I could try... No, because that involves having to be another wizard.
Is it possible to summon a stealth spirit that can sneak in and tell your cousin what's going on?
Yeah, if a thing had astral stealth, it could maybe sneak on. That's not a bad idea.
I mean, you can stealth on the astral plane just like you stealth on the material plane by hiding behind trees. Because astral sight doesn't go through blocking objects.
Yeah, but I'm not very stealthy.
The problem is that everything that is looking around has a chance to see you. And if they see your spirit, they sense it for your aura. And then you are being monitored.
I'm just checking something quickly. Because what I might do is, if I can summon a spirit that has quite good stealth, like Spirit of Air, it could maybe sneak in, have a look round for... I would know what Alexandra's aura looked like, I assume.
You've seen it many times, so yes.
Just have a look for her, and if it sees that she's completely on her own, ask it to convey a message. So, concealment subtracts the thing's magic rating from the dice pool of anything looking for it.
That is helpful.
Okay, you want to give that a go then?
I kind of am, yeah.
Alright, so what kind of spirit are you summoning? Or are you using one of your bound spirits?
I'll just conjure a new one.
Okay,
I'm just writing notes as I go.
let's. What kind of spirit are you summoning?
Air spirit. Because I've not done one of them before. No, I have. It was the little hummingbird was an air spirit.
Oh, yes, it was. So, what force of spirit are you summoning?
Force 4.
Okay, roll your dice for me.
6 hits on the summoning. Good heavens.
You have 4 services, resist 4 drain.
2 hits, so I take 2 drain.
Okay. So, what does this air spirit that you've summoned look like?
So, the little hummingbird griffin thing I summoned, it's sort of like a progression of that. Like, it's much larger, like it's cat-sized now, and it's like one of those like really fancy hummingbirds with like the little crest on its head, and it's got like long tassely feathers, and its cat hind parts are purple with blue dots on them.
Awesome.
Okay, so it's the Pokemon evolution of the previous one. Got you.
This one is like, I was summoning commoners before, this one is like the democratically elected alderman of the hummingbird mice.
Alright, so you give it its instructions to go on, I take it? To go look for this aura?
Yes. So it has 4 services. So you are to sneak onto this compound without being caught, is the first instruction. If you find this aura, you are to let me know. And if she is alone and there's no one else there with her, you are to convey the following message. That's 3.
And the message is...
You need 1 for use the concealment power.
So that's all. That'll be all 4 services used up. I told it to sneak on without being caught. I didn't say use concealment. I'm going to guess it's smart enough to do that on its own.
Nope, it is not that you have to spend a service to get a power explicitly used.
Okay, then, so use concealment.
Okay, so what is the message that you are asking it to convey?
The septic bitch asked the mouthy twit to come and get you. Won't be long.
Okay, so what we will do is, could you roll your spirit's stealth for me?
So an air stealth is... What is stealth again?
Infiltration, and it's based off agility.
So its agility will be 7.
Alright, plus, it was force 4, so plus 4 dice, so 11 dice.
And if it's using its concealment power intelligently, which it should be...
Yep, so that's 5 hits overall, and its magic is 4, so everything's at a -4 to spot it.
4 things at a time are at -4 to spot it. But that's probably everything.
So it's very flashy and very grand. It's got this crest on its head, which is a bit like Londo from Babylon 5's hair, but it's bright orange. And it's got these little tassels hanging off of it, which are very bright and sparkly and jewel encrusted. Like, this thing is gaudy.
However, it's also a spirit, so normal rules do not apply.
It sneaks onto the grounds. It's ducking from tree to tree, flitting. And as you're watching on the astral Toiga, you do notice another... It just seems to be a very small sort of Force 1 free spirit wander onto the grounds. And a couple of other... these watchers just descend upon it, the mouths just open wide, and they're all making like alarm noises. And this mage just comes out, appears, speed of thought on the astral, and just blasts it into nothingness, dispelling it back to the metaplanes. The spirit flits, gets further and further into the grounds, and it goes out of your sight. Could you roll its search power for me, please?
2 hits.
That is not enough.
You'll need to extend the test.
Yep, so try again at a -1.
I'm now rolling 7. That's 1 hit.
Does the spirit have edge?
It won't do, surely.
It won't use it on Toiga's behalf.
Fair enough.
It will use it to save itself, but not for the person that summoned it.
That's another 1 hit. That's up to 4.
Okay. Roll again at a further -1.
So now we're down to 5. 3 hits. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So that is indeed enough. So your spirit goes in to one of the rooms and sat in there on the bed with her knees, arms round her knees, wrapped up close, is Alexandra. And what does the spirit say to her?
Like a smell of like citrus blossoms sort of fills the room, and tilts her head up to look at the source of the smell, blinks, 1 second there's nothing there, blinks, next second this strange gaudy little animal's in front of her.
She gives a small scream and backs up into the corner as far as she possibly can.
And it says in like a perfect replica of Uyghur's voice, "The septic bitch told the mouthy prick where you are. He's coming. Don't worry, he won't be long." And then its task completed, it vanishes, it goes back where it came from.
Thank you for spending some time with us and listening to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast. We hope that you enjoyed the show and look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks' time for our next episode. In the meantime, it's nice to get out of the city for a bit. I didn't know they made buildings this small, although I think I'm getting lightheaded from the lack of smog. Anyway, what's the furthest afield the job has ever taken you? Let us know on our Discord. Intro is More Human Than Human by Karl Casey, and the background music is also by Karl Casey. Outro music is Neon Thrills by Luck Hash, and all sound effects are credited in the show notes. The Tops Company Inc. has granted permission to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any other proprietary material for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with the Pride Against Prejudice podcast in any official capacity whatsoever. All other works mentioned in this podcast remain the property of their respective owners. The Pride Against Prejudice podcast is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 license, so if you want to use any part of the show, please give us the credit. See you next time, chummers.